Hello, and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. Day 3 of GaryCon. Suffice to say, I am fucking exhausted. It is a good exhausted, don't get me wrong. I don't want to make it sound like I'm not appreciating my time here, but my God, I'm beginning to lose my voice. Twofold. I ran my second session of Rappan Athuk. Rappan Athuk is still under demonic reconstruction. So I still have my demons roaming around, although I only counted really one group of demons. And I guess in the end, when they found this group actually found their way to their target room. I don't know if they got as much treasure as the first group did, but they accomplished their mission, which in and of itself is pretty damn good. The big news is, after tomorrow's session, from 10 to, it says 10 to 3. It's probably going to be 10 to, 1:30, 2 o'clock. Rappan Athuk is moving on to a new home. Bill Meinhardt, who is a huge collector of D&D and related collectibles, purchased the Mouth of Doom, Rappan Athuk model kit from us in auction. He won an auction today. So that means that tomorrow I get to run it. I believe Bill's son might be in my game. But tomorrow I get to run it, and that will be the last time it gets run by Frog God staff, GMs, whatever you want to call us. Now, what does that mean all to you? Well, it means that we should have another 3D terrain as of North Texas. Another level from whatchamacallit.
You were saying?
Oh, look at that. I can get my my phone to listen to these conversations. We'll have another level of Rappan Athuk. Hopefully something that's a little bit smaller to lay out, because here's the issue. Rappan Athuk's Mouth of Doom is a lot of fun to run. At this con, I've been running it a little bit more like a funhouse dungeon. But it is extremely large. It needs a lot of table space. It means that you probably can't reach the middle of the game board very easily. And at best, I think I've had groups explore somewhere between 1/4 and 1/3 of the dungeon. It's a lot to play in a single session. So hopefully move on to something a little bit smaller for North Texas. Now, this is GaryCon Day 3. I finally got a chance to walk around the vendor section today a little bit. It was great meeting different people, shaking hands, pressing flesh. It was great actually working at the Front God booth and having the parents of one of the players in my session today come by and tell me that their son had an amazing time. He was really stoked. And that means more than you could believe. Because if you really want to thank your GMs or your DMs, we do it for the entertainment value of everybody at the table. And to hear you all had a great game, to the point that you tell others, and they tell us, that's a currency that can't be made in any other way. It is truly amazing. Now, traveling away slightly from, traveling away a long way, I guess, unless you consider Ken Whitman was a TSR employee at one point. We have a Ken Whitman update, and it's great because Spinward Traveller, which was supposed to be, I guess, a pilot for a possible Traveller series, is actually had an update today. An update after 2.5 years. Now, You would think after 2.5 years of fucking silence that the project would be dead. Apparently, Ken wants to prove that the project is not dead, because by proving the project is not dead, he's hoping to kill the lawsuits that are apparently pending against him, or at least the threats of lawsuits. So Ken puts out the post today on the Kickstarter. He has the update. Keep hope alive. Spinward Traveller is coming soon. Okay. So you're like, all right, Spinward Traveller is coming soon. What does that actually mean? So Ken gives a video. Gives a video update, I guess, and it's a trailer for Spinward Traveller. Now, I would play the audio, but I don't think there was any voice in it. And as somebody pointed out in the comments of the Kickstarter, uh, this is my favorite part. Almost 5 years since this funded, and you push out footage that you claim was lost. Because remember that fire, the fire in the barn of Ken's friend, which destroyed all the hard disks that contained all the video, not just of Knights of the Dinner Table live action series, but I believe also the Castles and Crusades short that Ken was working on, and this Spinward Traveller. Suddenly, Kenny has it. Also, because the same comment, with music you don't have the rights for, and with no comment on what's going on. Just fuck off back under your rock. Well, not for me. I never backed this. I didn't back a lot of Ken's stuff. Actually, you know what? I didn't back any of Ken's stuff. He looked like a scammer from the start. Ken, before you get your panties in a bunch, to my eyes, my opinion, you looked like a scammer. You were running too many Kickstarters at one time. Never a good sign. It's like a pyramid scheme to bring in cash, which you admitted what your pencil dice Kickstarters before, right? They would just raise cash so you could plug it into your budding film career. But apparently, D20 Entertainment, aka Ken Whitman, posted an update in the comments. You are welcome to be upset and mad. I know I would be if I were in your shoes. But I am not going to answer any questions other than ... I do have the footage. Okay. Which I'll have to go back and review Ken's statements from the court, whether or not he lost all different video footage for everything, or if this was just limited to the one he was being had illegal action being filed against him. I am delivering footage to Mr. Miller. Mark Miller, creator Traveller, owner of the rights, and I will finish up the effects on the green screen once Mr. Miller has the raw footage. I will not be asking for more money. I am paying of pocket. I thought it's supposed to be out of pocket, but it is Ken, so he has to be true to Kenny. I am paying of pocket to complete all the SFX, and yes, the actors all got paid years ago, which again tells you how long we're waiting on this fucking project. I appreciate your patience. Just so you all know, he has spelled the word as in there are patients in a hospital. Whatever. And will allow Mr. Miller to take the lead on marketing and presenting the project. Once again, I apologize, but to plan to finish all my Kickstarters in the near future. Kenny, what was it, 6 months ago, maybe longer, Kenny was showing off his foiling machine that he bought with the assistance of Marcus so he could start doing these foiled pencil dice. We haven't seen shit. I don't know if Kenny's been foiling pencils, if Kenny's been foiling his fingers, if the foiling machine never really existed. Maybe it was rented for the day to make a good photo op. Possibility. I don't know. I'm just spitballing it here. But there haven't been any pencils delivered from what I can tell. So, if you're asking my opinion, I'd say this is just more delay tactics by good old Kenny Whitman. Now, Ken, if you If you feel I have misstated any facts, please feel free to correct me. If you feel my opinions are wrong, they are opinions. My opinions are allowed to be wrong. Okay? If you want to correct my statements, referring to what you've said here, please feel free to show the evidence that proves the community wrong. As it stands right now, I think it's just another delaying tactic by Ken to get the possible lawsuits deferred, put away, because Kenny's working hard. He's worked so hard he couldn't update this project for 2.5 years. All right, folks. On that note, great time at GaryCon. Tomorrow the con wraps up. Rich and I head back to New York on Monday, and the marathon fireside chats. They start on Tuesday. 8 and 8 days. I'll be spacing them out on the podcast probably every other day. So timeliness might not be as timely as usual, but hey, got some good people lined up. I think it should be a lot of fun. On that note, it's been getting a little bit warmer here in Lake Geneva. Wisconsin isn't as cold as it had been, but stay safe, be warm. God bless. Roy Dice Fall. And I will talk with you all tomorrow. Later, folks.